Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 91 of the ROM Recap. I'm Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always by Flyguy from Flyguy.net.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, interwebs. We get some little cool bits and pieces tonight to share. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, it was looking a little light earlier over the weekend, and then,
suddenly it got fat.
Yeah, yep. Kind of the typical thing as it always happens. But anyway, we'll start off as we always do with some of the Hasbro news of the week. There wasn't much until today, really, as far as new items being revealed. Kmart updated their website yesterday with the exclusive 6-inch Rey Starkiller figure.
Which has now been taken down, so we were going to share that Kmart link with you, but it's been removed from their site. So,
oh, really?
Yes. So I just went to the link just before we were doing that in the show, and it's gone. It says, "Sorry, the page has been removed." So,
because I think it's still being it's still accessible by mobile.
Maybe that's why. Let me have a look there. We'll put the link in the show notes anyway. But as I was trying that there tonight, just before we're going to link, you can watch us do it live. There you go. Maybe mobile still works. Or sometimes Sears, isn't that the kind of other hack? Because, sorry, this page is no longer available.
Yeah.
So, well, if you missed it, this is what she looked like.
Yeah.
And
so this is the companion piece to the Kylo Ren one that came out last year. It's got the interlocking base that merges with the Kylo Ren base. It's the same Rey with a slightly different deco. She's got some snow in her boots, but she comes with the lightsaber.
I know. It was our friend, the Ginger Prince, basically, I'm buying the same figure and some ice. What's going on here? But I'll be buying this thing. I think, there was always some question at one point, is it going to be Finn or is it going to be Rey? But I guess clearly, of course, it would have been Rey. But at one point, I thought it was going to be Finn. But
I think everyone thought it was going to be Finn at first, because you got to see Finn actually with the lightsaber in the forest.
Exactly.
It made sense, that kind of, that theory. But no, this is a nice, reveal.
Exactly. And I think one of the nicer aspects is it's kind of playset and diorama, which with that interlocking piece.
Right.
That's a really nice feature. We don't get enough of that stuff where we get backgrounds, dioramas, or just anything that kind of connects to another part. We used to get this years ago with things like the Death Star garbage chute where you got a Hasbro pack with Leia and Luke, I think it was, and one with Hannah Chewie. That kind of connectivity is something I think that's really missing for a lot of collectors. Right. But it's nice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool too that it comes with, I think some people have overlooked this. It's got two snow base parts, so I think it must interlock in another way, or it's just made to be a separate backdrop that you kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I don't know quite we'll know soon enough once we get that. But you're right. It may well be a backdrop or something that connects in. Certainly, as a glam shot, it looks good.
Yeah.
Not sure about the paint on that glam shot. She looks more Asian there, I think, than anything. I think it's very pale face. But
with some of the improvements that's been happening with the Black Series line, the first run Reys weren't nearly as good as some of these second run Reys. Sure. Hopefully that kind of translates over into the release whenever this comes out. But it's just nice to get this. I think in the description on the Kmart website, if you could see it, it also says that it includes her blaster, but it's not shown in either the package shot or the loose shot. So it'll be interesting to see if that actually is correct.
Again, that was one that Hasbro never told us anything about. It's obviously been leaked accidentally by Kmart, but which are closing rapidly around me. I don't know about you, but yeah, good luck getting hold of this one because there's not many Kmarts left. So it'll be a Kmart online, which is never fun. So,
and also regarding this, one of the Facebook user groups, the 6-inch Black Series collector group, I can't remember exactly what it's called. Someone posted a picture that shelf tags have already been set at Kmart for this. I posted that link on Yakface.com earlier this evening. So there's, they're coming soon, it seems like.
Well, I mean, I guess with the movie coming out in Blu-ray soon, maybe that's a good timing to kind of get that done, but it would make sense. So, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff around the April timeframe for sure. So, not a bad thing at all. More Black Series, please.
Yeah, let's see what else. Moving on to, let's see, this was an image my brother-in-law actually shared with me. He was at one of his local Toys R Us stores and captured this image of some of the Black Series 6-inch line, just a ton of the Jango Fett Finn wave.
Yep. Which is just fantastic to see.
There's like a dozen flame troopers there.
Yeah, I think we talked about this the last time, that this seems to be the first wave that Hasbro have kind of got their act together in terms of manufacturing and quantities, and it's taken since Force Friday to get this stuff out there. So it's certainly heading a lot more consistently. But man, those fins are slow to move. Those fins are slow.
Yeah, and I think there are, in that shot there are 4 of the Finn in his 2187 armor. And then there's 16 or 12 or 16 of the flame troopers there. There's some Jangos there. So
I don't think these will last too long. I mean, I think that they seem to be, I mean, troopers of any kind, they'll go. They might take a little bit longer, but they're gonna go. Yep.
And let's see what else. I've been having really good luck over the past week or so finding the Rey Resistance outfit Rey at my Target stores. It's like I found one today, which I posted on Twitter this morning. I found one. I found one yesterday. I think what's today? Tuesday. Yeah, I found one yesterday. A lot of stores around me seem to be replenishing that Unkar Plut wave as well as the Rey wave with Han Solo and the Hask Thug.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think as you've always said, to quote you, mileage may vary because I've literally just found one, but I think like a lot of things, it takes its time to kind of filter through. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks sometimes for parts of the country, the US at least, to begin to see things. You can see things on the West Coast, and 4 weeks later it might turn up the East Coast. So it just depends. So it's a good looking figure. Do like that one. That figure.
And you could upgrade it quite nicely. We'll get to that in one of the later links. But moving on to some Funko news, Dorkside Toys has some new pre-orders up for not only the pop figures themselves, but some cool shirts as well.
That's right. I'm sporting one right now. This is the gratuitous plug there. Let me just show you that, which is the BB-8 one, which is awesome. It's really, really cool. So it's the Funko Pop t-shirts they've got. They're only $14.99. I love these things. And you get a cute little BB-8 card. Well, when did you get inside yours? That's I
got the Kylo Ren, nice. The first order shirt anyways.
I love that.
Comes in this cool Force Awakens Kylo Ren packaging. And then as an insert, it has a little Kylo Ren dandy. And I assume, they're numbered. So there are, like the figures themselves, there are ones to collect of these little cardboard.
People are buying these online and trading them. So, they're like, I mean, Funko Pop, if you know it, it's all about the cardboard sometimes. And, there's a lot of people buying them just for the little standees.
Right.
But, I do like them. Good quality. I like them.
Yeah, very soft shirts. They're not the, sandpaper type quality cheap shirts that you can often buy. But no, these are really good.
There's a ton of them. There's BB-8s. There's a cool one today. A customer saw bought. There's one of this, a kind of schematic one there of BB-8 too. Droids, Kylo Ren, that one that you've bought there, which is awesome because it's got all the troopers on it in one, which is really nice. Stormtroopers and more. But there's pops, and these pops came out this week, and wow, these things have gone crazy. This was from New York Toy Fair. Funko revealed these, and how good does that look? Look, he's the hair alone, all the different colors going on there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait for these to come out. I ordered all of these right from Dorkside as soon as they went up for pre-order. I think there's 11 so far.
That's right. There was 11 in total. Gravity Enforcer looks good. General Hux, the Ray. God, people are going nuts for that thing. No wonder. It's Ray, but in a kind of lightsaber, fighting pose. Mrs. Satsuma, aka Maz Kanata, very cute looking little figure, and there is more. There's COZ4 and Kylo, I should have said as well. He's looking pretty good as well. God, we've had tons of Kylos, but that's a really good one still.
Right.
Snap Wexley, love that, love the helmet. So, and there's more. I think the other one was, who was the other one? I can't recall. Oh yeah, these two. Forgot about these. Oh, I can't wait to get this guy. The FN2199. That's awesome. I really like that. I love those little trooper ones. And Luke Bespin, of course, as well. That was the other one that was revealed. So plenty of cool Star Wars pop. We have the Sickness, Jason. We both have it. And yep. So get your pop addiction fed at Dorkside Toys.
Very nice. Speaking of that, there's 2 weeks left to get in on the pre-orders for the March box from Funko, which is the Cantina themed set. That ends on March 15th.
So have you ordered? You getting that?
Oh, yes.
Yes. I was going to say, of course you are.
Yep. And the other day on their blog, they posted a hint. We won't say what it is, but in this image somewhere, there is a exclusive pop that's going to be coming in the box. So if you don't want to be spoiled,
yeah, that's true.
Don't look too closely at the photo. We're not going to say what it is in case you're listening and not watching what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's Fuzzy Bear, everybody. Sorry, I'm going to spoil it. It's Fuzzy Bear, so yeah. And he's Jedi robes now. Yeah, that was nice of them kind of giving that little hint away, I think, to because we've just no idea what's coming in this box. So
I like the fact that Funko seems to be very, they're very engaged with their
absolutely
fans, via social media, and to even, they have a devout following, and it's just cool that they throw out bones like this to them, or us, I guess we should say,
no.
regarding exclusive items and hints, and they take informal polls and whatnot as what do you want to see in the exclusives box, or who do you want to see as a character release. They do that quite often with all of their lines, not just Star Wars. So,
well, it's a lot of companies I do think have the acumen to really do that. They don't have the ability to engage with fans, and it's all the tools are there. They use Periscope regularly. Cameron, their marketing manager, is always out there sharing brand new stuff. And you're right, a lot of companies just don't do that. It's such a shame. Hasbro, take note.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Let's see. Moving on to some of the higher end product. Anovos the other day, I think it was over the weekend, they announced that they are having another version of their first order stormtrooper helmet, which is the part of the premier line, which is the more upscale, higher end version.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it is gorgeous.
Made out of fiberglass and metal, and it's got a finished interior.
Yeah, that thing will get damn sweaty, but at least you'll be comfortable. So,
right.
Wow, you got all the detail and the metal touches there. I know a lot of troopers and people who are in the 501st, and God, those guys, they lug that gear around the globe to cons and conventions and deal with the hassle at airports, and it's kudos to them for wearing all this gear. But when it looks so good, you can't blame them.
Right.
It looks fantastic. Yeah,
I think the regular edition, or the standard version, I would say, is kind of in that $300 price range. This
it's considerably
has an
more.
MSRP of about $600, but if you get in on the early, first tier pre-orders, you get it for about $500. So,
which is still, I mean, compared to some of I've got an older Boba Fett Master Replicas helmet, and that was That was more.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's a reasonable price. Anovos would do. But yeah, I hope they're going to do a lot more. I'm sure Phasma is around the corner. If not out already, did we cover it? I can't even remember.
I can't remember if they. I'm pretty sure they did have one, and that was one of the premier helmets. Sounds familiar anyway. Another one here. Lego. They had just a quick one here. There's another book that's coming out. I don't recall the title, but you'll have it here in the link.
Chronicles of the Force. And,
right. Includes a
this is it's an Unkar's. It's one of his thugs. So Stud Shooter picked this up from somewhere and chewed it out. And one of those DK books with that cool little cover of the Emperor's back again. Not quite sure how he's still alive, but never mind. It's one of those Lego things. And it's a really bizarre and meta kind of figure to include it. I don't know why they did that, but I could think of 100 better ones from The Force Awakens, but
right.
There you go. That's the minifigure. It's brown and green, and I'm not very excited for it. It's
it's not the most attractive, or makes you want to run out and I got to get this.
It's book. A prototype Boba Fett. It's like it's just I don't know. Recent minifigures have been a little bit meh, I think, and the truth will be when you see these books in places like Barnes and Nobles, where most kids or adults have stolen the minifigure.
Right.
I don't think this one's going to be stolen. I think it's going to be left in the box. So we'll see that one.
That'll be a book to buy on clearance.
Yes, I think so.
Let's see. Moving on to some other news here. Disney today, they tweeted out confirmation that the Disney Infinity figure of Boba Fett, which is previously only available via the PlayStation 4 exclusive box, where you starter set, I believe.
That's right.
This is not going to be available here in the US on March 15th.
I think this has been available. We've had friends tweet to us because so many good people tweet out and tell us this was available overseas, I think in Australia, a couple of months back, in the UK. So yeah, it's now finally coming here. So good looking little figure, and let's hope it kind of. I think the Disney Infinity line needs a little bit of a boost. So hopefully,
they just had an announcement earlier today that they're expanding the Disney Infinity line. There's going to be another expansion coming out for the Marvel and Star Wars coming out in the spring.
Excellent. So
we'll get a lot more characters and playset type sets. So that's good. They're expanding on that.
Definitely. No, we need more of that.
Let's see. Moving on to a few custom bits here. This was the one I was referencing earlier regarding the Rey figure. If people remember the Indiana Jones line from when the Crystal Skull, that horrible movie, came out, there was a line of Hasbro figures that pulled from all the movies. And one in particular, there was a Indiana Jones that included his little satchel, I call it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I pilfered one of those from that figure and added it to the Rey, since Rey doesn't include the bag that she has the lightsaber in from The Force Awakens.
That's a good point. Yeah. They omitted that, I guess.
It's a great little upgrade. So I borrowed a lightsaber hilt from one of the Luke Skywalker figures that I have, one of the many. And
little touch there at the end. Jedi steps, cue the music.
Yeah.
And Luke's dialogue. Yeah, that looks good. That's a nice, simple little custom.
Very easily. You don't have to butcher a figure to do it. You just have to find the Rey, for one. That's great. And have some of the access to the other figures, like the Indiana Jones.
So what figure was it you took the lightsaber? Okay, the Black Series 02. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hoth Luke.
Yep. Very cool. Nice, quick, easy custom.
Yep.
I like those kind of customs.
Yeah. Where you don't have to work too hard or spend a lot.
Absolutely.
few of these next ones are repaints of some 6-inch figures that we've been featuring on some previous shows. There's one here of the Darth Vader figure by Darth Dusty, who shared this on Instagram, which is basically taking the Darth Vader figure and making a Dagobah Vision version, where it's got the blown out helmet that looks like Luke's dream, or Luke's test from Dagobah.
Oh, okay. Did see this one. My apologies. Darth Dusty. Wow. Look at that. Wow.
Pretty cool.
It's really captured the expressional look in that helmet, which has definitely got those crazy person staring eyes. So,
yeah.
What am I doing inside Darth Vader's helmet? Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty cool custom, I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a great repaint anyway. Of that Luke face.
It is. It really is a spot on look. Very cool. So many customs these days. So many good customs.
Yeah.
They're just taking Hasbro stuff and just a little touch of paint, and it's just totally schmick.
Another one here that I shared by Instagram was the 6-inch Han Solo from The Force Awakens, repainted, looking darn near lifelike. It
really is, yeah. He's got that kind of Fox News anchor that has his hair completely white. I can't remember his name, but it's much more realistic because this hand here, the before is just there's no way a 72-year-old man had your brown hair. No, give me a break. So yeah, they've really just captured the kind of grumpiness that Harrison Ford brings in that picture there. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the before shot. I mean, it's so soft looking as far as it doesn't have any real definition to the face. I mean, it's just like he's made out of silly putty or something like that.
Yeah.
And
it's almost like he could be 20 years old, 40 years old, and 60. I mean, it's a good progression, even though that's the process he's going through. But you're right. I mean, look, it's a $20 figure, $21.99 average. I get it, but it just shows you that little touch they could do. They could charge more money. I really think they could be, $25, $26 for these things if the paint looked as good as that. But let us know your thoughts. Leave a note in the comments and tell us what you think. Would you pay more money for the Black Series if the paint got a little better? I mean, there's people buying SH Figure Arts and $70. I bought one and actually wasn't that good, but that's my thoughts. But good paint is good.
Right. Let's see. And the last one here was a 6-inch Leia that you had shared on Twitter.
Tail Kanja Club on Twitter shared this with me earlier on, and it's a figure I've not really given enough credence to. The slave Leia. The images again, I can't really show it much bigger here, but again, there's a shot here of the original Leia, and it's just little subtle differences to the paint. If I can find the original one he's got in the link, there we go. A little small to see here, but again, if you click the link in the show notes, it is that the original one is just so meh. It's just dull, and this little touch up on the face is just made a difference to Leia. So
yeah,
and soft goods. He's added a little bit more soft goods there. So yeah,
and an actual chain.
And an actual chain, exactly. So sorry to all those people out there who find slave Leia offensive for some bizarre reason. So etc. You know who you are.
See, moving on to some TV, movie, book, and game news. As most people know, over the past weekend, there was the Oscars, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens was nominated for 5. Didn't win a one. It looks like.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know.
The competition was tough.
It was tough. It definitely was a good movie year. I kind of think Mad Max personally got a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It's like, give me a break.
That movie translates very well on the big screen, not so much on the small screen. Mad Max?
I mean, everyone's got their own personal opinion. For me, it could have been called There and Back Again, the movie. It really... I don't know, it's kind of a bizarre movie for me, but I really think John Williams, for me, I thought the music alone just chills down everybody's spine. I thought everybody was picking up on the music. But no, So nice to see things like Matthew Wood was in there for best editing, sound editing, I should say, and some other, visual effects. And a lot of these people, everyone's always focused maybe on the actors and whatever, but yeah, still nice to be nominated. It's not a bad thing to be done. So
you would think they would have won for some of the technical aspects. I mean, I didn't in my wildest dreams ever suspect they would win Best Picture by any means.
No, I wouldn't have thought so either.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll get some hate mail for that, but well, again, everyone's got opinions. It's just the way it goes. But I mean, again, just to note, as StarWars.com has very clearly said, they've won a lot of Oscars before in nominations, so Star Wars is no stranger to little golden statues. But yeah, they didn't win this time, so be it. Maybe next time.
Let's see the next one here. Force Awakens vinyl soundtrack. This was announced earlier today by Disney that there's going to be a vinyl version of the soundtrack available. I think that's it doesn't give an exact date. It just says spring 2016. Spring. So it's a 2-disc or a 2-disc. Is that what you call them? Vinyl record, 2-record set.
Exactly. Do some people even know what vinyl is these days? It's
like these big, 10 inch, I guess they're bigger than that.
I know.
How big are records?
12 inches.
12 inches. They're large.
So they're available in Hot Topic and stuff these days. So yeah, I think the kids know what they're talking about. But nice to see you get a digital download of the album as well with that, which is that makes sense. I'm glad they're doing that. Because trying to rip vinyl is a pain in the butt, let me tell you. It's not fun.
Let's see. Best Buy has announced, well, not officially, but an ad leaked out coming out next week that Best Buy will be having an exclusive steelbook for the Force Awakens when that comes out in April.
That's right. I saw this. Somebody sent me this in Walmart, and apologies to the tweeter. I haven't shared it out. This is the Best Buy thread here. I'm sharing. Is it somewhere? Oh,
yeah. I think it's at the top. There's
maybe it's just not loaded. Okay.
To the source, but there's an actual image that's floating out there of it's Kylo Ren on the steelbook on the outside. I'm not sure if they have it. They might not have it posted in the thread, but
yeah. Well, funnily enough, if I can find it, there's I'll share it in just a second. Did you see the BB-8 version?
Yeah.
Floating around?
Yep.
So there's a BB-8
one. That's a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah, so we're going to get obviously different versions for different stores. Yay, lots more to collect. I had a picture somewhere, but yeah, it's a very cool looking image of BB-8. There we go. There's a picture. I'll try and share that just now. So yeah, I mean, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Debate. Let us know what you think. But yeah, there's the BB-8 version, and as you said, Jason, there's a Kylo Ren version. So I'm assuming there's going to be Rey and Finn and Poe and maybe Phasma. I don't know. So same movie, many different covers.
As long as the contents are all the same, I'm fine with however many variants they offer, because I'm only going to buy one.
Yeah. I hope the content's the same. It's sickening when they do this.
Target exclusive, behind the scenes kind of thing that drives me crazy.
And I think when you go to all the problems of trying to get some of these collector discs, then you find out that the featurette that's available, for example, on Target, was 2 minutes and 4 seconds long, and they'd actually released it on YouTube.
Right.
So be buyer beware before you buy these things, and we'll try and bring you the best places to buy them before it comes out.
Let's see what else. Moving on to some episode 8 news. This was shared by various sites, MakingStarWars.net, and the like. There's some set construction going on for episode 8, showing some entry doorways, very Star Warsy with their little neon. This was, I can't remember what site. This was Star Wars Dubrovnik.
Yeah, isn't that awesome to see that there's a Star Wars Dubrovnik site out there? That's fantastic. So very cool indeed. Just Dubrovnik is a beautiful city, and it's one that's just getting even more famous, I think, with the Game of Thrones filming there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've used a lot of that. It's an old walled city in Europe, and it's just beautiful when you look at things like that. It's like it looks completely in character, albeit for the neon, but it has that otherworldly look about it. It's very unique. So yeah, but great to see that there's a site over there and they're sharing that stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's these entryways.
Control panels. Yeah, the little Star Wars control panels. That thing is just begging to be nicked. I want that. So that's a really cool looking little panel there. Little data port for droids. Hope that's nice and low for them. I don't know quite what that is there. That's a good point. Do people go shopping in the Star Wars universe? I guess they do.
Yeah, I'm not sure. From what I read on some other reports, that the contents of the stores will probably be replaced by a digital. But who knows? I don't know. Is it just something the characters walk by?
Yeah, and you never really notice it. Yeah. Could well be one of those things.
It's just cool to see production.
Absolutely.
In the next Star Wars movie. It's just kind of unreal.
It's just so good that they're just moving straight on with it. There's none of this waiting 4 or 5 years or 10 years for a follow up to the movie when everyone's just on life support. It's nice to see.
Let's see another shot. This one was shared on Instagram via Jedi News. Some of the sets that were done on, what is that? Scaling Michael.
The one we've got linked here to is Pinewood.
Yes.
It's a recreation of the Scaling Michael hut. I got you.
Yes.
I got you. Yeah.
Luke's Jedi temple that he went looking for.
That's an incredible kind of grainy cam shot of. Unless you're a Star Wars fan, you just be like, okay, there's 2 giant mounds over there. So
very long distance shot.
It is indeed. But yeah, that's absolutely right. It looks like the little huts from Scaling Michael. So dying to see more of what goes on in that island and what exactly Luke has been doing. There's no phones. You never called. You never left a message. Never sent an email. I know. Very cool.
Let's see. Moving on to Star Wars Podcast Awards. This was something I learned about last week, kind of by accident. I was seeing all of these tweets pop up regarding, vote for your favorite X nominee for certain podcast categories. There's some for fangirl, fanboy, collector's website or collector's show, best logo, just all these different things. This is being hosted by Star Wars Podcast Awards.com. You and I were nominated for one, I saw.
This is the brains behind Rebels Report, Andy Uri and others. I've been on a couple of his little podcasts in the past, and he does a great job. He's so consistent. They do such a good job of getting these things out. There's some great stuff. Podcast 66 is in there. Coffee with Kenobi. I'm sure First Order Transmissions, I saw them. Rebel Force Radio. We're amongst good company, dude. That's very impressive. Very nice of people to do that. There's a bunch of good podcasts and people we know in there. So, yeah, very nice to see.
Yep. I thought so. So if you're so inclined, you could go over to StarWarsPodcastAwards.com and give us a vote. I'm not sure if the Collectors Podcast is still open. I think it might close.
It was March 1st, I think it ended.
That's today.
You still get a couple of hours if you're watching this live. So, yeah. Yeah, some great podcasts in there. Very nice of them to add us in. So, yeah.
And the subject matter for all of these podcasts seem to be quite varied.
Yeah, they are. Definitely are.
EU stuff. There's costume stuff. There's collecting. There's
Disney. There's it's all so varied. Again, it's like this is nothing but fans doing what they love and sharing it out there, and it's nice. I mean,
Yeah,
no one's winning awards. We're not buying a ball gown, and I'd like to thank the Academy, but it's just a little, exactly. It's a little hey ho for thanks for doing all this stuff. So
yeah,
because we obviously get paid very much for doing this, so
it's nice to be recognized for
for staying up late and doing all these things
on a school night.
On a school night.
Let's see, Star Wars Rebels. A couple new previews have gone out over the past week for the next episode, which airs tomorrow night. There's this new one called Return to the Jedi Temple, which has a preview of Kanan having, I don't know if this is like one of those Force dream
flashback
type things, but him having a conversation with a Jedi Temple guard regarding his path, Ezra's path. It's just kind of a cool scene to see in that, and it kind of it shows a new version of the double-bladed lightsaber that we haven't seen before. I don't know if you noticed that, if you've watched it.
I have not. I'm a couple of Rebels episodes behind. But great to see that Temple Guard there again. Just beautiful. People love that figure. They just lost it for that figure. But yeah, we don't know the context of if he's actually there or what's going on, or it's all a dream.
Like his lightsaber opens like a butterfly knife. I don't know if you're familiar with what those are.
No, I don't know what you mean.
It's a.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, okay.
It's like hinged on one end and it flips open. It's just kind of a cool new version of a lightsaber that we haven't seen before.
That's a nice touch. I did not notice that. Good point. That's a nice little flip that he does there in his hand, just as he's walking across there. Yeah, I thought it was two lightsabers. I thought, what's he doing to do with them? But I guess it's connected in one flick and it kind of joins on. That's nice. Nice little touches these animators do, and even that, all the little carbon scoring and Kanan's armor, and I never really get to watch it in high def because I can never really get a channel to watch it. But yes, it's looks good.
So yes, that airs tomorrow night.
Cool.
And then you had a last one here regarding a shout out.
So there's a friend of mine, and he watches the show, GQ Hammer, who does a lot of work for Robot Chicken and other such fine art. He's done a ton of Star Wars stuff. Definitely check him out. He has some stuff up in Etsy just now. I'm trying to see. There's his Star Wars one there. I just fell in love with this image, and so there we go. There's Boba with his index finger flying out the Sarlacc, I think, with cocktails flying out. It's very bizarre stuff. Pina colada Boba Fett. But I love him. He's such a nice guy. We've swapped some trades and bought each other stuff. But he's got a great new couple of prints out there. If you want this one, get on and buy it. I just love it. I love the top style of it. But he had a brand new one. He's done this beautiful comic style that's all very dirty. This is Red Onslaught because he loves the new Marvel Legends figure. But I love that old retro style. I don't know anyone who does this stuff anymore, that kind of comic style stuff. But he's a big fan of the Realm Recap. Thank you for watching GQ Hammer. He's always posted at our shows and given us some nice nods. So love you, dude. Thanks for sharing it. And buy his stuff on Etsy because it's very cool.
Very nice. Let's see. That moves us on to some reviews here. I see you've got a couple posted on here. Well, at least the one.
Yes, I'll just launch the other one tonight, but got my hands on the Heavy Gunner from Sideshow. Let me just see if I can try and share some of that. And I'll just launch tonight just after this, the Jakku exclusive Trooper from Sideshow. They're just gorgeous. Aesthetically, I think we talked about this the last time, but aesthetically speaking, these figures are rather nice. So I've got multiple windows open here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Come on. There we go. Share the right window. But the figure itself is beautiful. 1/6 scale, obviously. figure. It would really help if I could get my act together tonight. It's late, people. My apologies. What's going on with this window? Come on. But if you've not got it, get a chance to get a look at these Sideshow figures, because they're pretty something else. Aesthetically, this trooper here, the heavy gunner, is something else. He's really pretty slick. A little bit hard to move, a little bit restricted by this armor underneath. So it's a posing figure. It's not one you're going to get mega articulation on. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's a very cool looking figure. I just love that trooper. He's just that style and design. They've nailed it in terms of look. It'd just be nice to a little bit more articulation, but they have nailed it in terms of how it looks.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. Let's see. I had no reviews this week. Working on cleaning up this dump. But moving on to some new toy acquisitions and purchases for the week. You had shared earlier the BB-8 shirt.
Go get your BB-8. He's awesome. That's the only thing I bought this week. I'm moving house, so I just really can't buy stuff at the moment. Just trying to be good.
Right.
What about you?
Let's see. What did I have this week? I had a few things. The Pop Force Awakens shirt, which I shared earlier. I got a new shirt, which I shared yesterday, I think, on social media. The Space Bear Episode 8 shirt.
Oh, I thought that was your shirt there. Oh, my apologies. I was sharing one with your collection.
Yeah. My
nice
Space Bear BB-8 shirt.
Nice.
Also, I got in a mood one night. I was trying to clean up the disaster that was down here. Kind of done a couple before and after shots of my room. You had shared one just a second ago. It was I don't know if you want to share it again.
Yep, just bring it out right now. So this was you have it then in your basement, just literally just having to clear it, I think, or you just
basically it's like I opened the door and essentially this is what I saw.
Like the hashtags. Too much stuff. First world collector problems. Ignore the beer cases.
Yeah.
No, we won't. There's too many.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of figures, dude. This looks like my house this week.
Yeah.
It's the one way to kind of really assess your collection is just move it all, check it all and have a count of it, see what you've got, because we've all probably got way too much.
Yeah. I could actually walk in here now.
Wow, and you've got an after picture, haven't you? Whoa, look at that.
Mid-progress.
Nice. I like it. I like the armchairs now taking precedence. It's like sit back and relax.
Sit back, have a beer 5, and look around the room.
Look at Rancho Yakface. I like it. That's superb. This chair's just, I never even saw the chair before you moved everything. So, yes. And the beer has gone. The beer has been drunk.
Well, it's just not in the frame.
Excellent. Very
cool.
good.
Let's see. I think with that wraps up this week's show. I'd like to thank everyone, as always, for watching and sharing and commenting, and looking forward to our next show. I think we should be back next week, unless you've got some thing going on.
I do. I will be at Rancho Obi-Wan next week.
Oh, that's right.
So, I'll be back a little bit late to meet up with one of our friends, Stud Shooter, and we're gonna do some San Francisco stuff.
That sounds great.
Yes, can't wait to do that. And Ann Newman is just the nicest woman on the planet at Rancho Obi-Wan. She's such a nice person. So shout out to them. And yes, so hopefully we'll be back maybe midweek-ish, maybe, hopefully.
Sounds good.
So, yeah.
Alrighty. Until next time, everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.